Hi all, so it's been a while since I recorded a video. I guess my last one, checking out my calendar, was all the way back on Wednesday. Wow. Okay, so Thursday we had Spanish class in the morning. We only had the first half, and then we had an excursion to Valparaiso. And in this, we were separated into groups, and we went to, my group went to Pablo Neruda's house and to the open air museums. The open air museum is just streets covered in graffiti, but it's been assigned by the government to be placed there, or by, some sort of Department of the Arts or something of the sort. So we wrote some notes about that, and today is Sunday, tonight we're going to do a group project, so I'll tell you more after we've done that, done the extra research, everything. After that we had our first field study seminar, so that's about, like sort of a preparation for the ISP. So we got these snazzy little books, all about, the field study seminar and the independent study project, which will culminate all that we've learned about Chile and cultural identity and social justice and community development. So, we're getting started on that stuff. What we did in our first one was just talk about some of the fundamental characteristics of Chilean culture, and then we divided them into superficial and profound categories, I guess. So we worked as a group on that too, lots of group work. And then each person wrote, or each group had a representative who wrote different things on the different boards. We also defined a culture, so we were just starting very like vague and open-ended kind of thing. But that's good because we need this foundation. So then Thursday night, what did we do? Maybe just hung out at downtown with some of the people from Vina, so stayed close by. And I went with my brother, so we always get home very safely, and we always, it's always very easy. He just like walks me to the stop, walks me there. So I need to start paying more attention though, because I realized that I don't really know where the different stops are, because I'm always just linked arms with Carlos walking along. So I'll work on that. Then Friday we had to go to the civil registry building, which resembled a DMV like no other. But anyway, to get our ID cards, carnet de identidad, for our time here in Chile. So this place is, it's like exactly like a DMV. You're sitting and you're waiting and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and everyone's brought either like a book or a magazine or just something to do because it's just unbearable. So what you do is you walk up, and they have they have like a little computer thing that's sort of like the computers in sheets, but you don't even have to type anything. All you have to do is hit the button, and it pops out a number and the time at which you got the number. And then above that was the old system, which was like the at a deli when you get like your little card that has like a funny shape. It's like shaped like this, but then it goes in with a number on it rather. So the overwhelming majority of people, probably 2 people didn't, and a lot of people came in. The overwhelming majority went up and were like messing with the red thing and pulling on the red thing and like opened it up and saw there was no paper, so then they would just walk away. And then someone would say, no, like press the computer, because just, I guess it's a new system and it just hardly anyone understood it. And it wasn't an age thing, it wasn't there was no distinction between who did and who did understand it. It was just like, I don't know. It was so funny though. So we were hanging out there. Let's see, we were chatting and catching up. We got yelled at for speaking in English by the directors. They told us speak in Spanish all the time. And then there was this kid there with this like ball. It was just a little one, probably fits right in my hands. And I asked one of the directors, "What is that?" And he said, here, go ask him. So then I had to go ask this kid, and I was like, what is this ball that you have? And he said it's like it's a specific weight and stuff that you can sort of like bounce it on your hands, and you're supposed to make it look like you're supposed to like bounce it between your hands and then roll it up your arms and make it look like it's not touching you. It's just sort of going. Um, and it was really cool. He was showing us, and he was like, but I'm just a beginner, and I'm still learning, blah blah blah. But then he said, and I have these too, and he showed us like juggling sticks. So the sticks that are like this, and then really long and tall, like bowling pins. That's a much better way to describe it than what I just said. Like bowling pins, but much lighter. And he said, I want to join the circus. There's a circus here right now, and I want to join it. And I don't know, he was just really cool, and he had so much energy, and it was fun. So then I kept getting all these jokes that he was my new boyfriend, Pololo. And so Donko, the director, who looks like a little like cartoon character, was like, how's your new boyfriend? What's your boyfriend's name? Blah blah blah. And I never caught his name. And then Donko, when I was done with my process, which you have to go and give all this information and blah blah blah, and then get your fingerprints taken. And when I came back, he said, your boyfriend left. He left without even saying goodbye to you. It was really funny. So that was fine. Then we walked around a little bit. We went and got coffee. And then I went home with two of my friends who use the metro because it drops them off right at their house. So they taught me how to use the metro because I hadn't before. So that was fun. I don't know about fun, but like something new. Then we went, so this day we went to the dunes, which you can see some pictures of on Facebook. These things are huge, 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 huge hills of sand. They're natural. They used to be a lot bigger, but a lot of different things in the area are making them disappear more quickly. But the environmental society is really trying to keep them there. But these things are incredible, and we were trying to so we went to the supermarket across the street, and then ran across this like 6-lane highway, 3 on each side, to get over and climb up this hill that was ridiculously steep. And we like walked 10 steps, and I swear we didn't move because you put your foot there and it slides back down. You put your foot up and it slides back down. So we ended up having to dig our feet into the side of the sandy hill. Oh my gosh, it was such a mess. And then we would just like collapse on the ground to rest. It was horrible. Not horrible, but at the top it was absolutely incredible. You just look out and you could see like the whole ocean, and I could see the the Valparaiso coast wrap around, and then the Vigna coast, and then the dunes are in Concon, which is north-ish of Valpo, and so you could see all of Concon too. And from there were, unlike in Valpo and Vigna, the area is laid out in blocks over there, very, like, here's a block with these houses, obviously blocks, and a lot of the houses actually looked like they could be in the U.S. Like, they were very, very different from the houses here. So this brings up an interesting thing. The other day I was talking with my dad about, oh gosh, I don't even know what we were talking about. Oh, he was drawing me a map, and he was drawing houses, and he draws houses very different than we do. So he draws like one big rectangle, then one little square right next to it. And the little square has a triangle, and then the rectangle part has a triangle that just connects to the even triangle. So it's just very different. I wish I could draw a picture on whatever this app is that thing is that I'm using, but it's very different. And then I asked Carlos to draw me a picture of a house, and he drew it the same. So I think that's just very, I don't know, it's a strange distinction. Ever since I watched this, there's this movie about like one day in a life, in the lives of many people throughout the world. And this one guy talked about how he's traveled a lot, and in different countries the flies look different, and like even here the flies look very different. And it's such a weird and strange little thing, but I don't know, it doesn't even really mean anything, but it's I don't know, it's interesting. Anyway, okay, so they draw houses differently. Okay, so, so then, yes, oh, then Friday evening, was a soccer game of pachanga, which is like a game of pickup. Um, so we went to that, and some Chileans played versus the Gringos, and of course the Chileans won. It was just embarrassing, but there are some awesome Gringo soccer players in our group, which is very cool. That Friday we went out till really ridiculously late. We were all hanging out as a group of gringos in this bar called Matisse in Valparaiso. I went with my brother and Vida, who lives down the street. Um, and we were hanging out there, and I had this, I had just this one mango sour, which was like a pisco sour with mango, and it tasted like fruit juice. Like it tasted just like mango juice. It was ridiculous. And then we went to a dance club. Yeah, dance club. Um, and they were playing a lot of English music, very like old-fashioned-y stuff. Like I can't think of anything right now, but I mean it's like very old-fashioned English stuff, or English-speaking music. But I ended up like cotillion dancing. I was trying to help Vita dance. Like, I don't even know why. I don't know how that got started, but I ended up like cotillion dancing. It was ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, Carlos was like, "All right, we really need to go. Like, let's head out." I mean, it wasn't suddenly, but and I hadn't realized it. And then I glanced down at my phone. It's 5:30 in the morning. So it's 5:30 in the morning. We're still in the other city, and I had been cotillion dancing for like 5 hours. I mean, not really. We really didn't get started till probably midnight. It was probably when we left here to go to Vina, but it was ridiculous. So then we came back and um, snacked. We have to walk from the metro stop, or the micro stop rather. So by then I was so tired, and we snacked on like yogurt and bread and stuff, and headed to bed and didn't wake up until 2 p.m., which was ridiculous. That's not true. I woke up at 10, and I was like, okay, are we going to because we were supposed to go to the market with our mom, and he said, we had this whole conversation. He was like, well, did she leave us any money? Where is the money? Like, we need some money to get there. And so I was running around the house looking for money. No one else was here. It was like the two of us. And then I came back into his room, or I went back, and I said, no, she didn't leave us any money. And he said, well, then how are we supposed to get there? And I said, in our dreams? And he said, yes, in our dreams. So we went back to sleep, and slept for another, like, 4 hours until, no, I guess I didn't wake up till 3, so that was bad. But obviously I needed the sleep. But Carlos, my brother, completely forgot the conversation that we had. Even though I thought it was so funny. I got all that in Spanish when I had just woken up. I thought that was pretty good. So he thought it was all a dream. Oops. Then yesterday, after waking up so late, we had lunch, and then I just hung out, and Carlos was giving me some more Spanish/Chilean lessons, from the Chilean to English dictionary that he gave me. And then we had once, and I was going to go out with people, and then I called one of my friends, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling tired, like, maybe I won't, and then passed out. So obviously I needed to sleep. Also, I think I'm getting a little sick. So today has been a chill day also, just hanging out, learned a little more Spanish/Chilean, helped with lunch a little bit, which we had like hamburgers. They were really, really good. And just going to work on a group project. So, gotta head out pretty soon, but I will keep you up to date on what we learn about the open air museum and about Pablo Neruda's house. Can't wait to talk to you again. Bye.